Why was Naruto being sealed inside the Daikokuten dimension and Sasuke getting trapped in the Shinju tree actually the perfect timing? Yeah, honestly, this is a really great topic for us to break down over the next few minutes. In the world of Naruto and its sequels, particularly Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, the plot is often filled with dramatic twists that not only affect the fate of the characters, but also shape the overall narrative. And we know that, right? One of the most controversial and strategic moments is the sealing of Naruto Uzumaki in the Daikokuten dimension by Kawaki, as well as Sasuke Uchiha being trapped in the Shinju tree as a result of his battle against Claw Grimes and Code after Sasuke and Boruto fled Konoha. And returning to the context at the beginning, the question that often arises among fans is, why does this moment feel like the right time? Or perhaps more precisely, are Kishimoto or Ikamoto's decisions truly perfect, especially in terms of improving the narrative and Boruto's tarnished image so far? The answer is not only about plot timing, but also narrative elements, theme development, and the evolution of a franchise that has been going on for more than a decade. Let's discuss this in depth, starting from the context of the story to its broader implications. First, before the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex arc, which is a continuation after the time skip, Naruto as the 7th Hokage was sealed in the Daikokuten dimension. This is a frozen time dimension belonging to Otsutsuki that has been inherited by Kawaki. In this dimension, no one will age or even die of starvation. Kawaki did this with the intention of protecting Naruto from the threat of Boruto and other threats from Code and others. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? Meanwhile, Sasuke, Boruto's mentor, fought against Code and his army, which ultimately ended with him being bitten by a Claw Grimes and turning into a Shinju tree, a divine tree entity that absorbs chakra and creates clones. Both of these major events occur shortly after the epic battle against Ishiki Otsutsuki, where Naruto loses Kurama and Sasuke loses his rinnegan. This is no coincidence. It is the culmination of a build-up that has been in the works since the very beginning. Why was this the right time? The main reason is generational transition. Naruto and Sasuke have been the main pillars since the Naruto Shippuden era. They are symbols of strength, friendship, and so on. However, Boruto as a sequel series is designed to explore the next generations. New generations such as Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Kawaki. If Naruto and Sasuke remained active on the front lines, the story would be stuck in their shadows. This sealing forces the focus to shift to their children. Imagine, without Naruto, Konoha is led by Shikamaru as the temporary Hokage, and Boruto must face the Otsutsuki threat on his own. This creates space for Boruto to evolve from a spoiled child into a true hero. Sasuke's imprisonment also forces Sarada to pursue her own Uchiha powers, without relying on her father. The timing is right because after the time skip 3 years, the young characters have matured physically and mentally. If done earlier, the transition would feel forced. If delayed, the series might lose momentum. Furthermore, in terms of character development and other aspects, this moment increases the tension exponentially. Naruto, who has always been a deus ex machina with his unlimited power, is now gone. This is not a permanent death, as we have seen in the manga, but it is at least enough to make the ninja world vulnerable. The Daikokuten dimension, where time stands still, symbolizes freezing, giving Boruto a sense of urgency to save his father. Despite the urgency, Boruto still seems to prioritize Sasuke. Is that right? And we know that Sasuke being trapped within the Shinju tree actually makes the story far more interesting. Instead of removing Sasuke's role, Ikamoto and Kishimoto have reintroduced him in an inverted version, essentially a darker, evil counterpart. The tree that seals Sasuke is not just a prison, but a transformation that could be permanent if his chakra is completely absorbed, especially if Boruto fails to seize Hidari's togedama. This creates high stakes. Boruto's failure means losing the old icons forever. The timing is perfect because it comes after their big defeat against Ishiki, Naruto without Kurama, Sasuke without rinnegan, making them weak for the first time. This avoids criticism that they are too OP, overpowered, and allows the story to explore much more interesting themes. And believe it or not, based on observations or even surveys, longtime fans feel mixed emotions. Sad but excited, because it reminds them of moments like Jiraiya or Itachi's deaths, which drove the protagonist's growth. And there are also many longtime fans who blame the Boruto story for making legendary characters look so weak. From a thematic perspective, this aligns with Naruto's core message, the cycle of hatred, inheritance, and evolution. This franchise has always been about how the new generation surpasses the old. Naruto and Sasuke represent the end of the 4th Shinobi World War era, but the Otsutsuki as a cosmic threat require a new approach. Boruto with his evolving karma, and Kawaki with his internal conflicts represent modern conflicts, identity, manipulation of reality via omnipotence, and the like. This seal is timely because the series has built a foundation to show that the right time is when the old generation has reached its peak, but the world is still changing. It's also a critique of hero worship. Konoha, which depended on Naruto, must now be independent, reflecting real-world themes of leadership and legacy. Finally, from a narrative and especially business perspective, the timing is brilliant. Masashi Kishimoto and Mikio Ikemoto know that longtime fans may be resistant to change, but after 700-plus Naruto chapters and hundreds of episodes, the series needs a refresh to survive. This event comes in the 80s chapters of the Boruto manga after a long build-up, ensuring hype for the next arc. In the anime, it will be an epic cliffhanger. Criticisms such as broken power scaling are addressed by making the legendary duo off-screen temporarily, allowing room for experimentation. If it were too early, fans would be angry, too late, and the series would lose relevance. Overall, sealing Naruto and Sasuke away, or temporarily removing them from the story, was a well-timed narrative decision. This isn't an ending, but the beginning of something much bigger, and a way to prove that the Naruto world is still alive and constantly evolving. For the fans, it serves as a reminder that change, even when it's painful, is the key to growth, just like chakra that flows without end. And as a final conclusion, it is a very timely narrative decision, especially since it paves the way for Boruto Uzumaki to truly shine as the main protagonist in Boruto Blue Vortex. Without Naruto and Sasuke at the forefront, the story is no longer stuck in their shadow, and Boruto has full space to develop deeply. Yeah, that's how it is. And of course, the biggest positive for Boruto himself is his far more mature and relatable character growth. In the early series, Boruto often came across as a spoiled child rebelling against his father, but after a 3-year time skip, with Naruto sealed away and Sasuke gone, he was forced to face the world alone. He became a fugitive who was framed, protecting a village that hated him and fighting to save the people he loved. This is similar to Naruto's journey, but with a much darker layer. Boruto learns empathy, sacrifice, and responsibility without the safety net of his father or mentor. He is no longer a child seeking attention, but a mature shinobi carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, as seen in the latest chapters where he moves with intense focus, even facing the Shinju threat alone. Second, Boruto's increase in strength and skill feels earned, not cheap. Without Sasuke as his direct mentor after he was trapped, Boruto mastered legendary techniques such as flying Raijin, Minato's legacy, which he learned on his own and perfected by Kashin Koji. In particular, he even developed a new jutsu called Rasengan Uzuhiko, a version of the Rasengan that is far superior and more powerful than any that has ever existed in the Naruto universe. Some sources reveal that Boruto received unexpected help from Kashin Koji with his prescience ability, which allowed him to learn from potential futures. This makes his development feel authentic. He truly trained hard during the time skip, survived as a fugitive, and became the perfect successor who combines Naruto's elements with his unyielding spirit and Sasuke's calmness in every decision. In short, Boruto is no longer an OP kid by blood, but a shinobi worthy of his status through effort and trauma. Third, this moment gives Boruto full agency and an epic redemption opportunity. Yeah, it might sound like hyperbole, but at the very least, he has to clear his name from the accusation of omnipotence, save his father and teacher, and prove that he's not a threat to Konoha. This creates a powerful heroic arc, from outcast to true savior. The stakes are high. Failure means losing Naruto and Sasuke forever, but that's precisely what makes Boruto's struggle feel meaningful. Fans often say Boruto's development in Blue Vortex is far more satisfying than in the early series, because he earns everything through suffering, not just privilege. Finally, this makes Boruto the irreplaceable center of the story. With Naruto sealed away, frozen in time in Daikokuten, and Sasuke in his Shinju transformation, even creating clones like Hidari, Boruto is the main hope against the Otsutsuki Shinju threat. He is no longer the shadow of his father or teacher, but a new figure who inherits their legacy while forging his own path. A perfect fusion of Naruto and Sasuke's spirits. And most importantly, Kishimoto and Ikemoto did all this to slap or turn the tables on Boruto haters who call him a trash character. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? But at least, do you think this explanation is reasonable and realistic? But if you have a better answer or something, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'm Nim without the E. See you in the next video. Bye-bye, Data Bio.